So, we've just come out of the game. It's ended Wolves 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 3. I absolutely do not know where to start with that. Absolutely do not know where to start with that. Dad, Magic, thoughts?
Well, I thought there was a full house there, mainly all Wolves, and they put on a show like that. It was absolutely, I don't know what to say about them.
We'll have a think about what to say in a second. We'll come back. Sensation?
I don't want to say anything. I mean, we keep saying that's the worst we've seen. But then today, it's even worse than it was the two matches before. I mean, you've got to turn up and get the ball. We didn't even get out the first half, did we? And the clearances are absolutely diabolical. All it did was whack it out, and then it comes back at you. Well, what's going to happen there? They're going to score. They're going to get behind you.
Well, they did score, and they scored 3 goals. And to be honest with us, and if you're a Brighton fan watching this, well played, because your team wanted it more. You showed better quality. You showed better composure. You showed us how to score goals. Everything that we want our Wolves team. You guys are mid-table. You've got a good football inside. You've had some good. We have to say Brighton have had some good results away from home recently against Tottenham and against Arsenal. And I think they played well against one of the other top 2 as well. But this is a Wolves team that are 8th in the table. 8th in the table. Thank God we're 8th in the table right now, because this looked like a team, going down from the division, not fighting for a place in Europe. We're supposed to be fighting to get into European things. Where was... Bruno Lage said after the last game, we've seen this game so many times before. Well, we've seen it again today, only worse. We've conceded 3 goals. I'm quite a positive person on the whole. Generally, I always try and put a positive spin. But even me is trying to find any positives out of this game. Abject, abysmal, terrible, useless, powder puff. All these words come to mind. No bottle. Dad, I mean, you were saying in the match preview about, come on, let's show some passion, let's score some goals. We've had one shot, one shot on target today. Brighton have had 9 shots on target. We're the home team.
We had 2 penalties given them as well.
They missed the first one.
Missed the first one, and Bolly, I think it was Bolly, first chap down, and that's
Look at the camera.
And that's what happened. But, I don't know what to say about them. But
well, we're going to come back to you.
It's a good job. We got the points on the table. That's all I can say.
It is a good job, Stan. Like you said, we've seen some great performances.
Yeah,
we've seen some great performances. We've seen lately not so good performances. Where does that rank today for you in the season?
In the season, it's got to be the worst one I've seen in the season. You look at the format that he put up, and you think like, yeah, okay, that might work. But like when it doesn't work, they're so sort of on the back foot. Then like we're passing side to side. There's nobody getting forward, and the set pieces. What can you say about them? They're just diabolical.
Well, we said that actually today. 2 corners that didn't even beat the first man. I mean, he's changed it today. We had a big boost before the game. Neves in the starting lineup. Great boost. He said he wasn't going to. In the preview, he said in the press conference he wasn't fit. He took him off at half time. Fabio Silva, who to me was our best player in the first half. He played a couple of intelligent passes. He was trying again. He brings him off. He's brought Raul on. He's got his new headgear. Wang stayed on the pitch. I don't know how he stayed on the pitch again.
I don't know why you started him.
Well, I don't know exactly. We've got a young lad on the bench, Chiquino, who, from what I've seen of him on 2 or 3 occasions that he's come on, he's very direct. He gets past players. He puts the ball in the box. He's been absolutely, and he's not featured again today. He's made 2 changes at half time. We've got worse in the second half. Brighton, we were making them look like Brazil. They were cutting through us. They were quality, and we were giving the ball out. We look like a team that is not currently playing for the manager. And this is not a go at Bruno Lage at all. We look like a team that's lacking in belief, that doesn't want to fight for the European position. They don't want it. It looks like the club have said, we're not really wanting Europe yet, and is that where we're at? I don't know. I mean, how did it seem for you? I mean, do we look like a team that wants to get into the European position? Unless we
be any good, it would be to get into Europe anyway. So. But of course, there is on that showing. I hope. I'm glad it's nearly the end of the season because we'll be going down if we do.
I tell you what.
I'm not showing.
I'm glad we've got the points on the board. You have to take the positives that I'm going to take out of this. It's Bruno Lage's first season. If we'd have said 8th at the start of the season, we'd have gone, okay, that's great. But now is we've got 4 games to go. We've got a home game against Norwich. Funnily enough, I said Wolves will probably lose to Brighton and Norwich and beat City, Chelsea and Liverpool. That would be just typical Wolves. And if you're a Wolves fan watching this, you're probably nodding and going, yeah, that's probably what'll happen, Dave. We've got Chelsea away. We've got Man City at home. We've got Norwich at home and we've got Liverpool away at Anfield. Playing like this, the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City and Chelsea was thinking how many are going to score. We've lost 3-0 at home today. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. We're a better side than this. But the big thing for me is when the summer window comes and we get into the transfer window, this is now no excuses. Fosun, the owners, the chairman, have got to show the Wolves fans that we have some ambition, because this is the summer now where we have to invest in the team and bring the players in, and we have to build a team. And Bruno Lage, if we're going to keep him, and I think, he's been playing with the squad that he's got, Bruno Lage has got to be backed in the summer so that he can create the team that he wants. He's came into Wolves on a remit that it's going to be exciting football. We saw it at the start of the season. We've seen it in patches. There's going to be lots of goals. Wolves are the first team in Premier League history that have scored the lowest number of goals and are going to probably finish in the top half of the table. It's never happened before. Anyway,
Well said, Dan.
I'm trying to be constructive. Bruno Lage, you can't say, what's going on. The summer is so important and we're either going to kick on and show some ambitious, and if we don't show the ambitious, we're going to be in trouble next year, judging on these performances. So, Dad, your performance rating and your man of the match?
A 4, David. And I'll give it to Neto, but I think that, as that show said, that he was a good player, Neto, but they should have brought him on from the beginning, I think.
Okay, Pedro Neto, sensation, your man of the match?
I think Silva. I know he was only on for the first half, but he pushed forward and he give you the impression that he was hungry for it. But overall, they weren't a man of the match, really, was it? Because they were all really poor. So,
What was your performance rating?
I said 3.
3, yeah. I'm going to go as a performance rating. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give it a 2. I'm not trying to be Craig Revel-Horwood. I just thought, with so much that was on the line, which we needed to show some passion and we needed to show some quality, and we didn't show any. We didn't seem to show the desire, the passion, the quality, the attacking intent. We didn't show anything really. One shot on target says it all. In terms of performance, in terms of playing the match, Fabio Silva in the first half, Pedro Neto he was showing some desire towards the end. He hit the post right late on. Brighton have won here 3-0. It could have been more, really. It could have been more. And it's an incredibly disappointing day. And I'm generally trying to be positive, and I'm trying not to be too much of a. What can you say about that? It's just not. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. We're better than this, but we are safe. But we've got to look forward to the rest of the season. Europe, for me, is gone. It is gone.
We're not good
after
enough
this.
for Europe.
It's gone now. We don't look anything. And we'll see what happens with the next 4 games. It wouldn't surprise me if Wolves turn and perform against City, Chelsea and Liverpool, because that'd be so Wolves. But
No way.
it would be Wolves. But on this performance, we're going to get absolutely spanked. Anyway, from myself, magic and sensation. Always Wolves.
Well done.